Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the West Ham World YouTube channel. It's Luke here. We've won again. Three in a row. Three in a row. Forgot what that feels like. God knows when the last time West Ham won three in a row. I know I'm including the cup game, guys, but good God, it's been so long since we've had a little bit of happiness and a bit of joy. And we've given ourselves a chance. You know, this was a big game today. This was if we win this, there's big pressure on Forest. There's big pressure on Leeds. To go and get points. You know, it's 2 points now. Yes, they've got to play tomorrow, Forest against Brentford, and I think Leeds is Everton on Monday. But 2 points is doable. 2 points, still, a week or so left of the transfer window. I think it closes Monday next week, the 2nd. It feels better. It feels a lot better. They're fighting. We're gradually getting better, and little bits of luck are starting to go our way. Obviously, the same lineup that was against Tottenham. How could you change it? It worked. Those two up front, those two boys we brought in, Castellano and Pablo. Listen, they might not be the most. You know, they're not Payet. They're not Di Canio by any stretch of the imagination. But they occupy, they work hard, they press, they're a constant nuisance. And Pablo's link-up play is actually quite nice, I think. And Castellano, he occupies the defenders, which has freed up the space for Bowen, for Somerville. No coincidence they're starting to play better and look better because they actually have space. And we're not as easy to, set up against when we haven't got a striker or we've got a centre midfielder playing striker. It's just give us that shape, and it's so much better now with that shape. Went 1-0 up. We played really well. I thought the first half was fantastic. Arguably the best first half we've played this season. Brilliant goal. Wan-Bissaka laid off Bowen. Bowen did typical winger actually, or an old school winger, should I say? Ran down the byline, didn't cut inside, swung it in, and of all people, little Jimmy Somerville gets up. What's he? He's probably only about 5'2", isn't he? 5'3". Gets up. What a jump! What a header! 1-0. Talk about Bowen's on fire. Jimmy's on fire. 3-3 for Jimmy now. Would have been 4. If his Forest goal wasn't disallowed, it would have been 4. And I think, a few channels have touched on it. I think that goal that was disallowed gave him that confidence because he had that feel of a goal and that sort of initial relief, even that was taken away. He looks brilliant. He looks fantastic every time he plays at the minute. Somerville, he really does. Not long after, we were 2-0 up. Great little interplay down the left-hand side. Somerville and Scholes. Scholes burst into the box. Their player kept a leg out. Over he went, Scholes. Definite penalty. Up steps Bowen. He had to wait a little while because the referee was messing about a little bit. He sort of tiny little slip right at the end. He had a tiny little slip at the end, but it was just enough to get it right into the corner. I was nervous myself, on the TV. Nuno couldn't watch it. It was hard. It was hard to watch. It was like, please, we need to go 2-0 up. 2-0 up. I'm still not confident. We look, like I say, we were playing well. Wonder we weren't playing well that I wasn't confident. It's just the fact that we can't keep a clean sheet. And the fact that if it would have gone 2-1, you get nervous and, we start getting edgy whenever we go down. And then what can only be described as a worldie, a thunder, what a strike. That was like Obiang versus Tottenham, that, weren't it? Fernandez started the move, pinged a lovely ball. He was just magnificent. He is my favourite West Ham player at the minute. He's just unbelievable. Pinged a lovely ball out, sort of pinged about a bit, a few shots fell back to him. And my goodness me, what a strike. He turned into Federico Valverde, the great Real Madrid player. Unbelievable. Near post, curl, dip in. What absolute worldie. What absolute worldie of a goal. 3-0 up. Brilliant end to the half. Fantastic. Second half, Sunderland, they didn't do that much, really. It was a good goal, their goal. Good ball whipped in. Robbie scored. They had that little sort of deflected one off the toe, which sort of weird cross-turn shot that Ariola pulled off a really, really good save. And then right at the end, Fernandez had an absolute wonder bolt of a strike again that hit the bar. And then we had a goal disallowed off the back of Sojek because it was a slight little foul on their goalkeeper. But yeah, we looked better. Did we have to, sit in deep for a little bit? Was it a little bit edgy for sort of 10, 20 minutes? Yes. But we got over the line and we scored 3 goals. We desperately need a clean sheet. I want a clean sheet, just because again that will be another little tick in that confidence box for us. But listen, 3 wins in a row, scoring goals as well, which is really, really important. And we've won in different ways. The QPR game was a real dull game. We won it. The Tottenham game we won in the last minute after a really good first half. And in this game, we've really dominated the first half. When they pulled a goal back, we still look good, solid. A few options to bring on. Feel good. Like I said, my birthday on Monday. Usually we lose on my birthday weekend. Used to be the old FA Cup days when West Ham would be out on the 26th of January. West Ham out of the cup. But I can enjoy my birthday weekend. Be even better if Forest lose to Brentford this weekend as well and bring them in it. And if Tottenham lose to Burnley, I don't know what the score is live at the minute. Hopefully they're losing because they can be pulled in. Please believe me, Tottenham can be pulled into this. But yeah, brilliant performances all over the pitch. Wan-Bissaka was brilliant. When Scholes was very, very good. Really good link-up play with him and Somerville starting to build a partnership. When Juve come on, I thought he was fantastic. As well. Fernandez, just unbelievable player. Unbelievable. He's just got this presence of a good player. He's got the build. He's hungry. He's passing better now. You can see his confidence is getting better in terms of passing it and pinging it about a bit. Sojek gets his body in there. Bowen was back to his best today. A goal and assist. Somerville is just ridiculous as well. Ridiculously good. Pablo's link-up play is improving. Castellano is a constant nuisance, which is good. Rumours are that Traore's done. I'm not sure whether it's permanent or a loan, but it gives us another option. I'm not saying he's going to start, but just imagine if you're a defender, you've had to deal with Somerville all game, or Bowen, and then Traore's coming on. Do I think Traore's a goal machine? Do I think Traore's an assist machine? No. But he will be pacey and occupy later in games when Wilson come on, frees up more space for Wilson, or if he comes on for Somerville, frees up more space for Bowen, comes on for Bowen, frees up more space for Somerville, and it just creates a bit more. I would like another centre half. I think a centre back I would like, and if I'm being really greedy, I wouldn't mind an attacking mid as well. I like Fernandez in that sort of deep sort of playmaker role, that quarterback role, as you call it, if you want to be a bit trendy. But yeah, a couple more signings, and we might have a chance. We've definitely give ourselves a better chance now. I'm a little bit more calmer, a little bit more relaxed, especially with the transfer window going. If the results go away this weekend, and it is 2 points, and whatever the gap is between us and Leeds at the minute, and it stays like that, players will be looking, going, okay, West Ham won their last 3 games. It's only 2 points. No, I fancy it. And and if you don't fancy it, then maybe you're not the sort of player we want anyway. We want some fighters in it. I love that Ballard. He'd be the sort of defender we need is someone like that Ballard. Just an absolute animal. Warrior, absolute warrior. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much. Such a good feeling that West Ham won. Oh, actually, sorry, I completely forgot to go in the comments. Sorry, let's go back in the comments. Sorry. Andrew says, as the new coach made the difference to the team, Fernandez, absolutely outstanding. The whole team, in fact, was outstanding. 100%, mate. Yes, that new coach is meant to be sort of the attacking coach, if you want to call it that. Things have definitely got better since then. Hammers Football TV says, afternoon, Luke, great result. Definitely was, mate. I think Somerville has lifted the team. He has, mate. He's starting to take games by the scruff of the neck, and Afternoon, Luke. 0-0 to the Spuds. And Darren also wished me a happy birthday for Monday. Yep, 41 years of age on Monday. Getting older, sadly. Getting older. That's the way it goes, isn't it? Anyway, brilliant result today. Brilliant performances all over the pitch. I think Nuno's finally found his 11 as well. I do. I think, he's played about with it. Yes, and I like what I've seen from Magasso. I really like what I see from Potsy. But I think at the moment, I think he's found what he needs and the fighters he needs, which will hopefully get us the results we need. Gio says that he thinks, 10 wins will be enough. We've got 5 now. Can another 5? You look through the fixtures and you'd probably say, maybe, there's a good chance we probably can pull 5 out. If we play like we have done the last 2 or 3 games, I can certainly see us picking up some results. If we can get some sort of home form going, because it has been so dire for a long time. And then pull off a couple of, them away wins that we are capable of on our day. But I'm glad that the Tottenham game wasn't just a one-off, because that's typical of West Ham as well, that we go and win our cup final, and then we have an absolute dire performance the next game. We haven't done that. We've put in 2 really good performances now. Let's go on now. It's a tough game the weekend. Obviously, we've got Chelsea next, which we can sort of half afford to lose. A point would be brilliant. But then we've got Burnley, and that's a big game. Again, another big game that we have to win, because we really could be in with a chance of overtaking Forest and coming out of it. We won't be out of trouble, because we'll still be right in the mix, but we'll be psychologically, it could feel a lot better in a couple of weeks' time if, fingers crossed, things go away. Anyway, guys, have a good weekend. And I'll be back, if there's anything major happens. Once Traore probably gets officially announced or anything like that, I'll come on and make a video. But yeah, West Ham haven't ruined my weekend for 3 weekends in a row. Come on, you irons, keep believing.